There's something I said in episode 1 that I've been holding close ever since. Something I promised to bring to life through this podcast. And that promise was hope. Not just the emotion, though we need that too, but hope. The girl I created. The girl who has lived in my heart for years and now lives in the pages of a children's book I've written and am so close to releasing into the world. Her name is Hope, and she is every part of me that was overlooked. Every cry I swallowed, every emotion I didn't know how to explain. Every part of my story that didn't feel safe to speak out loud. And she's not just me. She's you too. She's anyone who has ever felt like they were sending out silent messages, hoping, praying that someone would hear them. Today's episode is about those messages, the ones we send without words, the ones we whisper through our actions, through our eyes, through our breakdowns and meltdowns and isolation. I call them messages in bottles, sent out across the sea of our lives, hoping someone will see them, pick them up, open them, and understand. But what happens when they don't? What happens when no one sees you drowning? What happens when the messages drift back untouched? That's what this episode is about. Before we go any further, I want you to pause. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the air in your lungs. Feel yourself here. You made it to this moment. And that's no small thing. That's powerful. When I was a child, I didn't know I had bipolar disorder. I just knew that I felt everything too much, and then nothing at all. I had moments of intense joy, bursts of energy and ideas, followed by days where I could barely get out of bed, where I felt like I was too much and not enough at the same time. And no one saw it for what it was. They called it moodiness, hormones, drama. They didn't see the storm. They didn't see the nights I stared at the ceiling, begging the universe to make me feel normal. They didn't see the tears I wiped before anyone else woke up. They didn't know that behind that smile was someone unraveling quietly. And that's the thing about storms. When they live inside you, they're invisible to everyone else. On the outside, maybe you're just quiet. Maybe you're too emotional. But inside, you're trying to survive a downpour without a single umbrella. So I started sending messages in bottles. Not real ones, but emotional ones. I'd act out, or go silent, or retreat into myself. I'd tried to get someone to notice I wasn't okay, without knowing how to ask. Sometimes I'd get a response, but most of the time, the bottle was picked up, glanced at, then tossed back into the ocean. That's one of the most painful things you can experience. Being seen just enough to feel the sting of rejection. And if you've been there, you know exactly what I mean. That pain became the foundation of the story I'm about to release. A children's book called Hope's Journey, Finding the Light. I'm in the final stages illustrating the last few pages, and soon it will be ready for the world. And I cannot tell you how personal this is. This isn't just a book. This is my story. And it's your story. It's a story about a little girl who sends out silent signals, only to have them ignored, until the day someone finally sees her. And not just sees her, but understands. That's what changed my life. When someone finally understood. That moment felt like someone finally turning on a light in a room I didn't realize I'd been sitting in for years. I could finally see myself clearly, and I wasn't just a problem to be fixed. I was a person to be understood. When I got a diagnosis that made sense, when I found people who could hold space for me, even when I didn't have the words. Hope's story doesn't give all the answers, but it offers connection. It offers the one thing every struggling person needs the most: to be seen, to be believed, to be held without judgment. If you're listening to this right now and you feel like you're still floating in that ocean, sending out your messages in bottles, I want to talk to you directly. So pause with me. Take another breath. Let it fill you, even if just a little. You're doing something brave by simply listening. by choosing to stay connected to something, even this. Your message matters. Your pain matters. And even if it feels like no one else has noticed, I promise you, you are not alone. We all want to be seen. We all want to be understood. And I believe we can build a world where we do that for each other. So here's your call to action today. Write your message. Write the thing you wished someone had seen in you. The pain you carried that no one named. The support you needed and never got. Write it for the child you were, the teen you became, the adult still navigating it all. You can write it in a journal, or whisper it aloud, or send it to someone safe, or keep it folded in your pocket. But write it. And when you write it, don't worry about making it pretty or poetic. Just let it be real. Let it be yours. Because there's medicine in honesty and magic in naming the thing we've been carrying in silence. Because your truth deserves to be heard, even if only by you at first. I cannot wait to share Hope's book with you. I'll be announcing the release very soon, and I would be honored if you would help me get it into the hands of the kids and adults who need it most. We all have a little hope inside us. We all have a message we've been waiting to send or receive. So let this episode be that bottle. Let it drift to someone who needs it. Let it become a moment of connection. Maybe it reaches someone you'll never meet in a city you've never been to. That's the power of honesty. It travels. It heals. It opens doors in hearts that have been shut tight for too long. Let it be a reminder. You are not too much. You are not alone. You are not invisible. You are seen, and not just seen. You are valued. You are a story still unfolding, a light still flickering, a soul still worthy of gentleness and grace. You are loved, and you are still here. Thank you for being here with me. If this podcast has touched your heart, helped you feel less alone, or reminded you that your story matters, please consider becoming a supporter on Coffee. I pour my heart into every episode and illustration, and your support helps keep this space going strong. Your donations help cover production costs, support the release of Hope's journey, and ensure that the messages we share reach more people who need to hear them. If you've ever listened and thought, "This is exactly what I needed today," then please know your support can make sure someone else gets that same moment of hope. Whether it's a one-time gift or a monthly tier, every single contribution makes a real difference. Please help donate at ko-fi.com/I am hope in the chaos. That is ko-fi.com/I am hope in the chaos. I am not a licensed therapist, medical provider, or mental health professional. The experiences, stories, and insights shared in this podcast are based solely on my own personal journey and lived experiences. This content is intended only for educational, inspirational, and support purposes. It is not a substitute for professional, medical, or mental health advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of a licensed mental health professional or healthcare provider regarding your mental health or medical conditions. If you are in crisis or experiencing a medical emergency, contact emergency services immediately by calling 911 or reach out to the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by calling 988.